And what is that? Education. Is a secret. I've given it away now. You know, before we arrived at fighting for our freedom this way, I looked at the history of Africa. I looked at the history of every black freedom fighter, genuine. I looked at the history of their countries and respective territories and what happened when they got what they're looking for. Invariably, you'll be shocked. None of them made any progress. I repeat, none of them made any collective, conscientious progress that you can look at and say, hey, I'm happy with this. None. Why? Because black people try to, or they are imitating, they want to imitate Europeans and white people. They think that by going to white people's school, by doing everything white people does, somehow they can effect lasting change in their lives, and the answer is no, you can't do it. Do you know why they cannot do it? There is a way that Caucasians think. It's working for them, and I love it. Good luck to them. But you, as an African, you as a Biafran, if you want that piece of land to be developed, you need to think in a particular way. Not necessarily with the way the Caucasian does it. That is what we are doing, so that the legacy of Biafra will last. That Biafrans will not condone anybody. You will judge any fool who is in office and stealing money. They say don't judge anybody. So somebody can be a governor and steal people's salary and run away. Well, don't judge him as he's stealing your money. You come and say, oh God, but what are you doing? You say, oh, don't judge me, that you will not be judged. It's in the book. It's just like a pastor telling you about tithe. I'll touch not my anointing. You are a criminal fake pastor. They are coming to arrest you. Say, oh, touch not my anointing. We want Biafra to be different. That is why we educate you. We impart knowledge the way we do. So you'll be able to hold your public officers to account. Nobody can come and bring any wishy-washy, superstitious mumbo-jumbo. Tell you, oh, don't touch this. Nonsense. Everything is questionable. Everything, I say. Question everything. That is how you keep your public servants on their toes all the time. To do what you want. After all, the country belongs to you. It doesn't belong to them. Power belongs to the people. And in this Biafra we are building, genuinely, power will belong to the people. How do you make them hold on to that power and discharge your responsibilities? By educating them. And that's what we're doing now. So sometimes it appears as if we are digressing. Oh, we are going towards religion. It is for a purpose. We know what we are doing. It is for a purpose. Or else you end up dumb. You won't know what they're doing. We don't want that rubbish. That's why we do things the way we do. After all, the basis of your ignorance as a black person is religion. Religion is why black Africans are dumb. By the time you come away from this bondage, my goodness, that is why we are the way we are. We are fast forwarding everything to make it quick, so that when we get Biafra, you won't mess it up. All of you with your general overseer, if you're in the Biafra army, telling me I should leave Yoruba pastors alone. If you know Yorubas don't want Biafra, is that correct? Yes, this man said, Kumiji said he is praying for the zoo not to break up. Yes? And we're fighting for the zoo to break up. Now, if this pastor of yours, because as you're going now, you give your mom your phone number or your dad. Your dad goes to Yoruba church. They ask you that, oh, where is your son? My son is fighting with the army of Biafra. The pastor can say, give me his number. I want to call him. Yoruba will call your son at the battlefront. If your son did not receive this education now, or is of a weak disposition, he'll say, okay, yes, so my general overseer, Pastor Kumi, man of God, said I should not fight anymore, that Nigeria is better for me. And since my man of God has spoken, I have to do what the man of God said. Rubbish. Now you understand why we are doing what we are doing? We want to undermine everywhere the devil will come from. Plugging all the holes that the devil will come from.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London, My name remains Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu from Alu province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 6th day of February 2024. It has been almost a week. I've not come on air. There are many things, honestly, on the ground. Some things, but we must continue. It doesn't mean that if we are not doing here, other places also we are covering them. But we must continue. I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform, because this is where it all started. I played the clip, the voice of Onyendu, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, on this, that the reason why we must continue in educating our people, ourselves, is in order to restore a vibrant, viable country, viable nation. A nation that will not be messed up. Are you hearing me? For some of you that are always talking, no, you people are talking. Now radio, talking. Let me tell you, this is the most important part of the restoration. Why the people, the African flag independent fighters, why they failed? Why they failed is because they didn't accompany their freedom fighting with education, educating the people, carrying the people along mentally. That is why Africa fell. They thought that, just pursue, let them give us flag independence. We shall do everything by ourselves. We will know how to handle without them understanding that physically the Europeans might go physically, but their shadow remains. The cage which they put us into in the name of religion remains. The system which they put us into in the name of their so-called imposed democracy, it remains. They don't care to address all these things. I don't blame them, because it was naivety. They were naive. Most of them, after all, studied in Harvard, in America, in Europe, thinking that they have to make us to imitate, and we have to imitate the Europeans. Very, very wrong. For goodness sake. That is why we are starting by going back to your roots, to our roots, to think local. You people don't understand. Education is the key. When I mean educate, I don't mean going to learn language, English, or what we are doing here on Radio Biafra and in the wider social media, genuine ones, by media warriors, carrying our people along by others that are genuine, in liberating our people, educating our people, making our people to question everything. Imagine Kanu say we should question everything. He didn't say some things, no, everything. We should question everything. That is how we become real human beings. Once we are, for people that are saying, hey, Biafra, we come today, we come tomorrow. Let me tell you, without restoring our mentality, I am telling you, if you restore the Biafra, you mess it up like any other African country. Like the zoo. You mess it up. I am telling you. Some people say, no, our law, we will make a law. Now I ask you, I always ask, without sound mentality, how are you going to make a constitution? How is it? Do you think it's one person? Do you think it's one person that is going to sit down and write something? No. Everybody, interest groups, everybody will now have put their interest, their own either private interest or religious interest there in the constitution. Otherwise, there will be problem. Don't you see that writing constitution can cause civil war? Don't you know that? Go and study American Civil War. Those that believe that all people are born equal. that slavery should be abolished. There are others that believe that, look, we need to retain slaves because they are not equal to us. They are blacks. In a case like that, how are you going to write as a country, conclude the constitution? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder for our people. Without the education that we receive from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu accompanying this freedom fighting, we are going nowhere. We can just they give us Biafra. We recover Biafra, restore Biafra. As Nnamdi Azikiwe, pursued, they negotiated, and Britain left. Where is Nigeria today? What he thought is different from the reality. Do you understand? What he thought was different from the reality, because you are dealing with a huge number of people. You have to divert people's attention. Steer people's attention and mentality to at least one side, to one direction, in order to make a vibrant, restore a vibrant nation. Are you understanding what I'm saying? We don't want to restore a nation of superstition. A nation where people are superstitious. Where anything that happens, you come out, you see a rat in the morning, you say, hey, Nnamdi, hey, these people, what does it mean? They want to kill me. Oh. This thing want to happen. We don't want to restore a nation of buffoons. We want to restore a vibrant country, whereby anything you cannot defend, you don't teach it to your children. You don't teach it to your child. You don't teach religion to your child. Are you understanding me? Like in some countries, you don't ever teach children, even your own child, that there is a God that this and that die, and you will be punished, severely punished, because it is called child abuse. Don't you know that? Don't you know that? That is the type of country we want to restore, where people will be children will be, because you can teach them anything, and the fairy tales, and they will go and try to practice, to check. Oh, Shadrach and Meshach and Abednego, they entered into lion's den, and nothing happens to them. They were thrown in. A child can go to the zoo and try to practice it and enter into lion den to say, maybe it's true. Let him know whether it's true. By that time, you have killed a soul. Do you see that? We want to restore a nation of thinkers. A nation whereby, we focus on science and technology in our own way, using our own system. We focus on, instead of fearing your brother, your family, your sister, you embrace them. You have one mind. That is what we are preaching. That is a nation we want to restore. Not a nation of divided mentalities. A nation whereby even drafting a constitution will cause a civil war. It's easier said than done. Many people say, no, when Biafra come, live with this thing. When Biafra come, the law of Biafra will cover all this thing. Now I ask, ignorance is the highest disease. I ask, who will make that a law? Is it a law that will fall down from another planet? Or is it a human being that will rise up and gather and say, okay, let us make this law, this and this? You will see people will be sponsored to carry arms because of their interest. That is not being in, that their interest is not represented. Because they are not in the same wavelength with you or with us. That is why now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took it as a task in order to teach us, educate us. For us to be one people, real, genuine one people, one mind, going towards one direction. Not leaving anything apart and say, no, don't touch that side. No, you are going to bring confusion. Don't touch that side. When Biafra comes, now we are going to make a law. Who is going to make that law? Is it you? Only you. You just sit down in your comfort house and draft a Biafra law. Without changing our mentality to be one people to our roots, there you will see the real fight, because foreign influence will come. People now, foreigners will use their agents, which they have prepared for a long time, in order to cause confusion, to bring war, whereby you fight one, regret, and say, nah, had it been we know, we for stay for Nigeria. You don't know. You don't know what is a nation. You don't know what is running a nation. The reality, it is not talking on social media or only talking on radio Biafra. No, it means facing the reality. With different mentalities of people. That is why our task is to make sure that our people are educated. When we talk about education, what enters into the mindset of people is, okay, you want to have masters. University of Unizik. No, that is not the type of education we are talking about. Are you understanding me? You can see somebody that didn't even reach primary 6, but is a graduate of Radio Biafra London. He will face, when he face a so-called Harvard University professor, I am telling you, you start, even the professor will baffle and say, where now? With your cut and join pidgin English, everything. How do you know all these things? That is what we want to implant in our people, to change the way we reason. You understand me? That is the only thing and nothing more. Therefore, as I say once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra House of Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the 6th day of February 2024. Today is Tweet Tuesday. You will have to make sure that you contribute your quota. Some people are going backwards in this struggle. Some are thinking, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not there. So what are you? So you, that is what you are saying. Are you just a simple proselyte? You are following those who follow. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has wakened us from mental slumber. It is for us to push on. Do you understand me? Our goal is Biafra. And it is either Biafra or Biafra. Even death, let me tell you, death can never prevent us from even restoring Biafra. So, it is either Biafra or Biafra. No other option. Death, you see, on death, it cannot prevent us from, it's not an excuse not to restore Biafra. Death, it is either Biafra or Biafra. So, I want to challenge each and every one of us to rise up to our normal selves in order to support this struggle in whatever capacity, financial capacity, in tweeting, as it used to be. Rise up, O ye Biafrans, because the time has come for every one of us to rise up from slumber. Do not give any excuse. No excuse for you. No excuse for me. If we fail, we perish. That is the only thing I can say. If we fail, we all perish. Are you hearing me? I saw a video somebody was making in the train in Lagos. He said people are, Yorubas are, they are gradually entering their country. Before you know, they will declare Republic of Lagos. And I sincerely concur. Ndị Igbo amaghị oge ekere nke ọkwa That is what is happening. You know, today I think they have removed. I had a news headline from Mazi, Chinedu, not a news headline anyway. It's right up. That they have removed. Is it this thing of a lorry, Emir of a lorry, and installed Oba? Gradually they are moving, and you don't know. Southwest Amoteku arrests 149 suspects. Are you hearing me? Amoteku, Amoteku arrests 149 suspects in Ondo who claim to be hunters from other states. But look now in our land. Look what is happening in our land. The Fulani, they are coming as hunters with dogs everywhere in Imo State. Who cares? That's why we must be, you know, just let me play it.
Today, this afternoon. Now, recently now, today, this afternoon, truck, Shugu Hausa, trailer Shugu Hausa, Burunda Hausa, Ganabu Junction, trailer Shugu Hausa, Burunda Hausa, Ganabu Junction. Geo can emenda Hausa Ndugu offload with Kita. Amani Haji Kita eme. Ndị niile bụ ndị ha mere offload today na Abu Junction bụ ndị ugwu. Onye ọbụla ji nkịta, ha ga-ịchụ nta n'ala Igbo. Asị bụ ndị ugwu anyị na-esi ala ugwu ebu na trọkụ mee offload na Abu Junction today with nkịta. Onye ọbụla na-arịtụ ọ na-akpụrụ nkịta, ha ji nkịta eme gịnị? Kedu ihe ha ji nkịta shie ugwu Hausa, shie ya mgbago ugwu, bịawa Imo steeti bụ ime? Gịnị ka ha ji nkịta eme ya? Ha dị ịchụ nta. Because the truth wu na ndị nyopuru ndị Fulani herdsmen na n'ime ọhịa ebe ahụ, ndị jere ebe ahụ nyopuo onye wu ndị Association of Nigerian Hunters Association, Imo State branch, ndị bara n'ime ọhịa Afọ, baa n'ime ọhịa Naze, baa n'ime ọhịa Obinze, baa n'ime ọhịa Ihiagwa, wee chọpụta ozu ndị a tupu ndị polisi abịazịa mee evacuate ji ozu nwụchikwe ndị anwụchiri. So ndị ugwu ji nkịta kpọ nkịta wụcha n'ala Owerri taa kpọmkwem na Abu Junction ebe ha nwere Abakalati Mgbom, ebe ha nwere shanties ha bi. Today that's not getting 1st February 2024. Today 1st February 2024. Ndị ugwu chi mgbado ugwu ebu na truck, bu na trailer, wichi ha na Abu Junction with nkịta ha bu. Ha ji nkịta bịa here megene. Ha nwere onwe ha bịa here bi megene. What are they looking for here? Now let me play this voice note first. Play it here, then you can now listen.
Hello. Do you now hear what? Look at, as in Yoruba land, Southwest Amoteku arrests 149 suspects in Ondo who claim to be hunters from other states. But in our land, do you see how they quickly incorporated Amoteku to be, you know, legal? They legalize everything. In our land, have you ever had where they say Ebubago captured the Fulani herdsmen? These are things we are suffering. You see it. When ESN was launched in order to counter the Fulani herdsmen in our farms, in our forests, it is that time our political, the governors of Southeast now launch their own Ebubago, sponsored by the federal government, in order to counter ESN. Do you see what we are suffering? Do you see what we are suffering? But in Oduduwa, they are walking smoothly. Sometimes I also concur with you know, one, let me see, the news head. I'm indirectly reading some news headlines. You know, it's a biggest problem, yes. The biggest problem in Igbo land is that people are not politically sophisticated. By one Abu being interviewed by Rudolph Okonkwo, he's on today's news. Even I used to shout this all the time, that we Igbos, when I talk of Igbos, Jaws are inclusive. Efik are the same thing. What matters to us is what we can get now. We are not politically sophisticated. Nothing. That is why our land is completely run over. We are not politically sophisticated. Are you hearing me? That political sophistication is what IPOB, what we are trying to infuse into the brains of our people. That the world is not about black and white. No. There are more things to black and white. There are blue, there are rose, there are indigo. Different colors. It's not the way we see it. Black and white. That is why I'm going to briefly talk about world of interest today in today's submission. Please. We lack a political sophistication in Igbo. And that is why things are hard for us. We use emotions. In Nigeria, we are the highest emotional race in Nigeria. Are you hearing me? That is why we don't look at things at the standpoint of grassroots level, basic. What is the cause of this thing? That is why we suffer in Nigeria even. It's one of the contributions of our suffering. We lack political sophistication. I completely agree with this man. Because I used to say it here all the time. We see things as black and white. We are emotional set of people. We don't calculate and reason things, iron things out. Be sophisticated in the way in our approach to issues, our collective issues. Everybody, look at what is happening in Lagos. The destruction of our people's properties. They are taking it one after another. The other day it was in part of Computer Village. Before that it was in Alaba International Market. When they are doing all these things, destroying, others will not, our people will not gather. Even let me say, Igbo Lagos branch gather and say, let us find out what is happening collectively. If we keep quiet, it will touch all of us, but one by one. And I grow, they start to keep picking, destroying our things one after the other. As they look at the last people that we are shouting. What is the name of the place again? I played it even here. When other places are being destroyed, they will go and make sure even to pay money so that it will not reach their side. That is the lack of political sophistication. Our people will not gather. This thing that is happening in Computer Village, it will touch each and every one of us. So what are we going to do? No. Instead, if it is happening in Ojota, people in Lekki will gather themselves and say instead, let them pay money, contribute money. We are rich now. Let's contribute money and go and see the governor so that it will not reach this side. And they will dupe them. They will pay money. And they will say, no, you people, you are not among. We are with these people that are crying. They are just, you people, they are traitors. You are not among. They will keep you. After some months or 1 year, they will come that side. And you will be shouting. Those in Ebutemeta will say, Abego, they will gather both their tradition, go meet the traditional ruler in Ebutemeta and tell them that, look, we don't want what is happening the other side happen. They say, no, you have cordial relation with us now. Many of you we are born here. You are Lagosians. Don't worry. No political sophistication. You are deceived like babies. Easily deceived. Like babies. Hey man, here can you see? Hey, but I guess now. Don't worry. It's only that side. You refer to what is happening to your brother as that side. Where is your conscience? Where is your sense of togetherness? That is what I used to ask. Where is it? You don't have them. That is lack of political sophistication. Have you forgotten one time what happened in Aba in the slaughter when some goats or some sheep, Fulani cows were slaughtered? Do you see what happened? Maybe you used to forget now, because you are 15 minutes. You're a 15 minutes person. People, you are like a dog. My dog, I have dog. I used to study the dog. How you tell him something now, within small time he forgot. That is it. Now, instead of looking for solution, preemptive solution, to preempt. No, you like reaction. Only cry. No, make on help us. Look at our property. How to end the properties they are destroying. Look at it. Why can't you gather together and use what is happening one side as a yardstick, and tell everybody that this will touch each and every one of us? So let us know what we do now as a people. No, because you lack political sophistication. You go and settle for your own safety, for yourself, for your street, so that you go and bow down more to the Yoruba there, so that they will you become more slave, more obedient to them, so that what is happening to your brother the other side will not touch you. Are you a normal human being, for goodness sake? And people, is it every time we continue talking the same thing? When is he going to penetrate your skull? I ask. Sometimes, even when I see all these things now, they are destroying our house in Lagos. This is our proper. I become disgustful to them. I become like the man I used to play. I say, because these are people that are no political sophistication. Do you know what is political sophistication? Our people are not good in politics at all. You are straightforward. In this world, there is no, if a straightforward the people always perish. You should know how you'll be laughing. What I'm talking, not individual. As a people, you'll be laughing with somebody in teeth, only teeth. But at the back, you can stab the person. You don't show your emotion. In politics, you don't show emotions. Do you know that? People that show emotions, showing emotion is weakness. And that is what Asians talk about Africa. For your information, these Africans are emotional. But in our own case, I say our people in the Igbo, we are highly emotional set of people. And do you know that it is weakness? Weakness, all weakness call. Do you understand? Weakness. When you show emotion, you are weak. Because you are telling your detractor, your enemy, showing him your true color. You don't show your true color to your enemy. The time you think that you should be backing, annoyed, that time you start laughing, but that laughter didn't reach you inside. The time you think that you will be laughing, that time you'll be crying and shouting. But you know what you are doing. That is political sophistication. Know how to mask yourself. But we don't know that. We don't know that. We bring out ourselves. That is why you see our people easily they can fight. Because they don't lack political sophistication. That civility is not in us. And that is why I say when Biafra comes, we are going to have a section of education called the Nigerianization. The Nigerianization of our people. Because we have taken too much toxin, poison, Nigerian poison, which is doing us harm. We have to remove it. The Nigerianization of our people. I am telling you. Amoteku is doing their job. In our own ESN, they say, where they sabotage our people. Everything they put it as a business, a mercantile mentality. Now, I have people calling from abroad. This is, I have to know a commander. I call him. I say they are suffering. This one said they never eat. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came out and gave order. Let the people in the diaspora stop calling people on ground, volunteers on ground, ESN. But did our people hear? Did our people hear? Because they believe everything is for their personal. Now I get this man's contact so that we will use him, you send him $100. Send them $100. Send him. Because of your private interests. Icheni na-emechi na asanworu. Icheni na-emete Mazi Chike Doziem. Icheni na-emegbu DOS. You don't know that ejula ọkụ na-awụgbu na-asụgbu onwe ọsị na ọ na-asụnye ọkụ. You are doing yourself. Don't you know that? You are doing yourself. Everything we believe, we think that it is a buying and selling. Now to make gain. That is only what you know. Nothing more. I want to hear no Guineas. Azikiwe, didn't he fight for Nigeria? Where are we today? when Ahmad Bello was talking, when I love that man, I'm telling you, Ahmad Bello, I love him with all my heart because he understands what is politics. Politics is local. You must start from protecting your people. That is it. That is why he initiated northernization agenda. He didn't without the fear or favor. He said he must protect his people first. That is first priority. But Zeke wants to save the whole world. He don't know even the locality of Onitsha, where he come from. He want to save the whole Nigeria. He want the whole Zeke of Nigeria. What happened? What happened? Okay, the result is what we are seeing today now. Where are we? The person that starts by trying to saving his own people. That is how it works. Today, you pity for some of our people. I am telling you. You see somebody that is a millionaire in Naira, a trader. All of you have 4 shops, 5 shops, no more for my, but all of a sudden either fire got to boom, or they destroy the Lagos or Abuja, anything, the market they will be destroyed. Somebody that is living in mansion become homeless with his family. Before you know it, die of a heart attack. What our people are suffering because of lack of cohesion, because of lack of politicalness, lack of sophistication in politics. They will not use what is happening to others in order to gather themselves. As I was telling the story of what happened to about that one time, is it 2021? I think so. Immediately, the Fulani, they gathered under Northern something youth conference or something came and issued statement that the whole Northerners in the southeast, they should come. They were already on convoy, hundreds of car convoy. No, that is discipline. Do you know that? So let us go. He say they are listening to their radio now. Once they are being summoned, like one man, they are going. They want to just send a message. No person said no. Now you pay my transport. Come monitor. Why should you order me to go? Me, I have my market here. No. In our people, how can you do? Will you do that? Who will listen to you? Who will listen to you? Whereas you know how to make money. But when it comes to debt, They will kill him. He will be shouting and crying. They will destroy his properties. Now he will be shouting. He remember that, oh, they are dealing with Igbo like Igbo because I'm Igbo. When they tell you as an Igbo man, because look at what we are facing, let us gather together and look for solution of what is happening. He said, no, you never reach my side. Hey, in only computer village. Me, I there for Idumota now. Yeah, we don't have no single problem. That problem will come to you. That problem will come to you. As you refuse to listen to the voice of reason, that problem will come to you. Are you hearing me? That is why we are still calling for our people to be reasonable, to be politically sophisticated. When you talk about politics in this manner, people will think about the PDP. No, or APC. No. It's about organization. Politics is about organization. Being able to organize ourselves into a unit. Are you hearing me? That is simple. Organize ourselves. So speak with one voice. Why do you think that the Fulani, they always gather, anything that happens, they will gather themselves and give out a statement? They now form the cattle rearers, association of cattle rearers and farmers, tomato farmers and carrot farmers association, that they are giving out statements, and that if this and that they will stop sending tomato and onions to the south. Have you forgotten that? Why do you think that it is important for them to make statement as a unit, not as an individual? That is political sophistication. They are more knowledgeable, sophisticated in politics than you. When they talk, you say, no, me I no agree. Waiting, now you the farm for me. Any person I want, I go sell to now. Waiting. Do you see? Even let me also read this. Let me also Governor Bago. This is today's news. Of Niger State bans mass purchase of foodstuffs in Niger by traders from other states. So as I'm talking, some are still building in Lagos, even in Abuja. They are buying land in Kaduna, everywhere. All these things. Do you think that they cannot stop selling lands to you in all these places? They can do it, but no. Instead, they sell to you very cheap. Oh, Igbo man, you think now? You think, hey, cheap. You don't know that they are tying you. They are putting handcuffs on you. Because with that, it becomes a burden. They will use it to blackmail you. As long once you are built there, no more. You establish with your family. If anything happens, if you put it for sale, no person will buy it. They will tell you, oh, yeah, carry your house, go your place. Every one of you will pursue you. They will be threatening you because they know that your wealth is there with them. They know that. That is political sophistication. When will you learn? Is it every time I be done A, B, C, D? Obi is a boy, Obi is a boy. Sometimes Obi have to grow and become a man. But our people, I doubt whether they grow. Every time talking the same thing, the same story. Why can't you take a measure in order to counter what they are doing? Why? Obi is a boy, Obi is a boy. Governor Bago bans mass purchase of foodstuffs in Niger State by traders from other states. You get what you use what you have in order to blackmail other. That is interest. Is to show you that Nigeria is not your country. You know that? Do you know that? It is a failure. Oh, everything misgovernance. He now focuses that it is people from other states. Who are people from other states? It is for you to know. They are coming to buy our goods. But when you idoko your place. Name your place. You know, who will come there? Who will interrupt you? Who will blackmail you with anything? When you are in your place, in your country, in your nation, in your community, doing your thing, who will command you? It also goes into what we preach all the time about going back to our roots. It's everywhere. It's all round, 360 degrees. Not only even religion, everywhere, everything. If you are doing your thing, if we are in our place, doing our own, using our own system of education, of innovation, we're producing things in our own. You know, for you may for. Which Archbishop of Canterbury will command you to? With what is he going to command you? With what? If Rome talk about this LGBT, you don't even know, because it doesn't concern you. But we must be worried because you are still part of their tentacles.
Want Biafra of idiots. Azikiwe fought for independence. Jomo Kenyatta fought for independence. Kwame Nkrumah fought for independence. Arap Moi fought for independence. Nyerere fought for independence. Even right now, remember, I don't want to talk about Eduardo dos Santos of Angola. That's different. I want to talk about Nelson Mandela. He fought for independence. Are you telling me that South Africa you have today was what Mandela fought for? Are you telling me that Mandela died, that black people will be hunting down other black people to kill? The answer is no. Why is that happening? Because the principal critical work that should have been done with the freedom fighting was not done. And what is that? Education. Is a secret. I've given it away now. You know, before we arrived at fighting for our freedom this way, I looked at the history of Africa. I looked at the history of every black freedom fighter, genuine. I looked at the history of their countries and respective territories and what happened when they got what they're looking for. Invariably, you'll be shocked. None of them made any progress. I repeat, none of them made any collective, conscientious progress that you can look at and say, hey, I'm happy with this. None. Why? Because black people try to, or they are imitating, they want to imitate Europeans and white people. They think that by going to white people's school, by doing everything white people does, somehow they can effect lasting change in their lives, and the answer is no, you can't do it. Do you know why they cannot do it?
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Today is the 6th day of February 2024. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from our low province of Biafra Land. We are here live and direct. As I was saying, I will go direct to the topic of my submission, which is world of interest. World of interest. You know, life is driven by interests. Life, you see, life. Every living thing is driven by interest. Just if you watch even a rat, is running round and round and round and round. If you see a rat in your home, is interest. If you see him, he's running away from danger, from you. Because he perceives that you are danger. You will kill him. You want to save his life. You want to eat. If you see in the night, he come out to he is looking for food to eat. His interest. Are you hearing me? Every living thing, organism, is driven by interest. Because we are in a world where safeguarding your interest remains the priority. It's the priority. When you are hungry, you go to the restaurant, you eat. That is your interest. Because you need to safeguard your life. It's interest. So we are living in a world driven by interest. But what makes us as human beings stand out from other things, other living organisms, is we as social beings. Human being is the only being that transforms its language, translates its language into technology. Are you hearing me? Human being is the only animal that can cook his food. Human being is the only animal that manipulates fire, because the ability to manipulate fire, how far you can manipulate fire, that is how far technological you can be as a people, as a human being. Because every technology is born out of fire. Are you hearing me? Something is melted, something is, it doesn't matter, gold or cobalt to be rare earth to be used in fabricating missiles and bombs and all. Is a fire. It undergoes fire through fire. So the manipulation of fire is critical. Are you hearing what I'm saying? No matter how intelligent a gorilla is, he can never cook. Ape is our next door cousin. It doesn't. Highest you point, you bring the highest it can go. You point to A, B, right A, B, C. It go or 1, 2, 3. It can point 1, 2, 3. Finish. It cannot have the initiative to go and manipulate fire to cook food. It's impossible. It's impossible. So we are the only race, Homo sapien, human being, that has the ability to transform or translate our language, human language, into technology, manipulating fire. Nuclear bomb is my. Do you see? I have when there was this is it Fukushima disaster in Japan? It's about fire, nuclear disaster or nuclear accident. It's about fire. You see the cooling, they have how to cool the fire. It's manipulation of fire. Simple and short. Now it depends on how you can do it. How the level you can. So, what am I trying to say? We are in a world of interest, not a world of emotion. We are in a world where safeguarding your interest remains the priority. Are you hearing me? You see lower animals, other animals, they can take risk if they are hungry, because their interest is at risk. They can take risk of even being killed and come out to look for food during the time they shouldn't come out, because they need that food to sustain their life first. That is their number one interest. Are you hearing me? But we human beings, we now form, we communicate, we are social. Now we form ourselves in order to have a common interest, so that in this modern world we can have a voice, we can be productive and be creative. Safeguarding interest means protecting or preserving the rights or advantages of someone or something. Preserving the rights or advantage of someone or something. That is safeguarding interest. But in this case, we are in this struggle because we have a common interest in Biafra restoration. The interest we don't have in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we are limited. Are you hearing me? We are limited. The ceiling is our limit instead of the sky. They draw us down with different policies. They remove no seaport in our land because they believe it will make us to progress more than them. So we are in the same country, but they don't want us to progress. Instead, they lure us, they lure you into their region so that you come and develop there. Once you finish developing, now they pursue you because they know that we are not politically sophisticated. Are you hearing me? We need to change this mentality. They quietly dismantled, you know, I've been saying this here. They quietly dismantled our railway lines. And up to date, nothing. No person is doing anything about it. Quietly. Our railway lines, they quietly dismantled it. Where they have no replacement, they quietly dismantled it. We are talking no seaport, no airport. The railway line that was there, they dismantled it and put us into. They took us back into Stone Age. Do you see? We are in a world of interest. Nigeria is not our interest. Our interest is not in Nigeria at all. Are you hearing me? Okay. We are in this struggle because we have a common interest in Biafra restoration. That is true. That is why some of us have gone to the extent of even paying the ultimate price. So, do you understand what it is for somebody to just sacrifice his life, sacrifice his future generations in order to make sure that he contributed his own quota for our struggle? Have it dawned on you what it means? All these our students that are inside the bush, voluntary, they are not being paid. They sacrifice their lives. You know what it means? Just I want you to think as I'm talking. I want you to ponder deeply what it means. People that have future, people that can, some of them that are not married, because they can be killed. Now that their generations will be gone, no more. The generation they have to produce, that one they close it, all for this struggle. Don't you think that it is very huge? Don't you know that it is very huge? It is to our own interests. That is our collective interest, not only buying and selling. Mercantile mentality. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been talking, hammering on this mercantile mentality of ours. Everything you just convert it to money. What you are going to make of it? Let me tell you, as I continue saying, the worst thing you can do to a race is sentence them into hustling, individual hustling. That race, if care is not taken, it will be gone. That is what Nigeria sentenced us. After 1970, our people went to sleep, thinking that the war has finished. Oh, the war has finished. Everybody went to sleep. Oh, one Nigeria. Well, yeah, go and hustle. That was the time the conquest, the real conquest started. They made sure to thwart our people into piecemeals, sentencing us, go and hustle for yourself. Go and make money for only you and your family. Our people thought that everything, the war is over. But little did they know that that was even the beginning. Because we were politically unsophisticated. We are not sophisticated politically. We are naive, ignorant. Are you hearing me? They made sure to start sentence each and every one of us into individual hustling, which is what we are suffering today. Go and hustle for yourself. I could remember one of my friends. He said, oh, before, is it 1994, 1990, during the apartheid regime, he was there in South Africa. You say as a black person, you want a South Africa passport, you want to travel to America, any part of the world. They will kiss you. They will do it is the traveling agency that will even do visa where you want to go, Canada. They will get you that Canadian visa for you. If you are going, I say he was going out there pour out. They want to kiss you. They kiss you. Bye. Hey, safe journey. Don't come back. Because they want you to run. Everybody, every black person run away so that the country belongs to them. They will use it and do whatever they want to do. You see it? So they sentence us in. We thought that it is a good thing. You know, Britain, United Kingdom, from time to time, they open door. Oh yeah, we need nurses. We need nurses, caregivers. They know that most of the people are Southerners, and most of the Southerners are Igbo people, Biafrans. You thought that they are doing us good. Everybody, now let us take this opportunity. They know that people that are, like taking opportunities are Biafrans mostly. Now let us take this. I know many of my friends. It's what they did. Now let us take this opportunity. Let us go. Them and the family. Boom. You think it's a good thing? Some are saying it is a miracle from a pastor. They say it's a miracle. You don't know that. Ejula now. Okona abunyo ejula. Uchena na abunyo okona abu fufu. Ona abu pondo ya. He is, spilling out his life, his life inside fire. But he said, no, that is what very sad. That is what is happening to us. It is a high time we open our eyes. We are in a world of interest. In this world of interest, there is no emotion, there is no sentiment, for goodness sake. You see America, they are great today because they don't have sentiments. They check on what profits them, their people, as a country. Whether others die, whether America is the only country that have used a nuclear weapon in this face of the earth against people. But do they talk about it? The answer is no. They go solely on their interest. They don't care whether millions of you are dead. That is not their problem. No sentiment, no emotion. No God, oh God, no. They don't. There is a creation, imagination of human being. Oh God, nothing. No, they are for their interest. That is why I want you to understand that we are in a world of interest, and we have to behave like that, not emotion. I used to say it. My emotion have died personally. They have died since long time. Anywhere we see our interest, we go there. No emotion attached. Purely we go there. Purely for our interest. Anything we can grab, we grab. That is the world we are in. If you put emotion, you are a dead. You are a dead as dodo. Are you hearing me? As long as do you see? I want to give an analogy of fighting for our interests. Our people, we know all how to fight for our interest when it comes to personal interest of money. And they get it. If we use it, combine it as a people. Every person contributes his own quota, his ability, his capacity, his capability on what we are doing, supporting what we are doing. I'm telling you, we get to our destination in no distant time. But all we know is how to get our private personal interests. No emotion. In the field of looking for money. Hey, Chineke. You don't know his mother, you don't know his father again. That is the eye we are going to use in order to get our collective interest. Because we are in a world of interest. No emotion attached. If you attach emotion, you are dead. We have to be consistent like the Fulani Caliphate. Since 1804, they have been consistent today. Check it. How many decades? How many centuries? More than 2 centuries now. The Fulani has been in the process of conquering the whole of that entity they call Nigeria. Till today. They have formed the nomadic, what do they call it? Nomadic security in Nigeria. All of the. Look, I played the clip of Nonsonkwa shouting on how this is what have been going on. How they are dropping the Fulani in our land with dogs entering into occupying our bushes. So that when anything that happen, you enter bush, there they slaughter you. You know that. And we are buying and selling. We are going into church, praying and dancing, thinking that everything is okay. When are we going to be proactive? In this world of interest, there is no pity. Are you hearing me? Just watch National Geographic. You will see in the Kalahari Desert or Game Reserve, where the lion will look for a zebra, an innocent zebra that does him nothing, innocently feeding on grasses, and go pursue him and kill the zebra and eat it. Are you hearing me? No remorse. That is how the world is. Anthony Blinken came into the Gulf of Guinea in order to secure their interests, because they are having problems in Suez Canal, in the Red Sea, in the other side. So they have to first of all be proactive. You know why I like them? They calculate something that will happen maybe in the next 20 years, 30 years. From today, they secure. They try to secure what they are 50 years. Man, our own is now forget that one. When that one reach, God there now. Now God there. Before that time, now we must know how to do it. God there. Very wrong mantra and mentality. That is what we are trying to change in this Hallowed platform. We are in a world of interest. In this world of interest, there is no sentiments, neither emotions. Interests are pursued with every available strength, vigor, and alacrity. That is why what we are doing, this is not a joke. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. He is still in detention illegally. Because what they are trying to do to destroy IPOB, because it's a movement. Are you hearing me? Do you see? I think you saw even Mazi Chinedu say this. Even I put it also on my own Facebook platform. How the Nigerian police, they are sending signal. You know, we intercept everything. They're sending signal to Nigerian police, every police officer, that don't wear your uniform because of ESN. This is a false alert. Do you know why they are doing it? In order to be putting propaganda to the mindset of every Nigerian that that the ESN IPOB is the problem in Nigeria. Whereas in the northern part of Nigeria, in Benue, in Middle Belt, communities are being annihilated. No, there is not there. They don't talk about it. Do you see the propaganda they unleash against us? Do you see that? Now they want to put it to the mindset of every Nigerian that IPOB is the problem. But in Castina, they abduct the Fulani terrorists, they abduct indigenous people, a whole community. They kidnap and kill many of them. In Bauchi, the same thing. In Jigawa, the same thing. They are on the rampage everywhere. They don't give out our lot to. But oh my goodness me, we are. I used to say it. We are in a world of injustice. The only thing you can do is to make ourselves powerful, so that we will be on top, so that we will not be affected by that injustice as a people. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? There is one video I saw. It's an old video anyway, but somebody brought it. This I think is also one evangelist, Mokpai. He was recounting when they were carrying smuggling Bible into China. I listened to it. I laugh. They were him and some Americans. He said one time they were in the border to enter China. So they told them, they say, you people, any of you that have a Bible is what we ban here. If you open your briefcase, you have a Bible that we are going to deal with you. You are no more going to see the sun again. The day you will suffer in jail. He said him and they put down their briefcase. Him and his American counterpart tell him, say, this is the time, no problem. That they have to go. That if even if they are being caught, that their government, American government, will come for them. He talked for himself as an American. That the American government will come for me. He more quite laugh. He say, my own government will run away. If they catch me, my own government will deny, they will run away. He made that statement. He don't understand. Many people don't understand what that thing means. Because the most important thing you have to do is to build your backup, build a system, your community, so that things like this, you have backup. That is why you see many of us are dying for Biafra, but he's sacrificing lives, their lives to restore Biafra, a nation that will protect you anywhere in the world, that will force people to respect you. When we become productive, I said it before. We are in a world of injustice. There is nothing you can do to change the injustice, because you America, that is highly powerful, they are eating others. They are destroying other people in order to add to their power. Name them. Is it not so? That is the world of politics. That is the world we are in. So the only thing is for us to develop as a people, as a nation, in order to grow tall, to grow huge, so that we also be powerful, so that no other person, no other animal, no other country can swallow us. That is the only thing. So that we cannot be at the mercy of others. Are you hearing it? Are you hearing me? Nigeria is not like that. Nigeria is a puppet. Nigeria is a business center for Britain and the West. We are look at Innocent car manufacturers and others. They don't promote them. Because who impose your presidents is the West. They impose who is there. Have you forgotten P2B's testimony? That as a presidential candidate, the powerful countries will be calling you, come, they will discuss what is in for us. You have to defend our interests. We will support you and make you a president. If they are calling you to influence you how then do you think that you with your PVC, you are the kingmaker with your PVC? Because you are an orangutan, you don't understand what is happening. You see this democracy they put, Western democracy, is the worst thing. It's neocolonialism. They use it to defend. They are no more physically in Africa. No. The Europeans, the West, they are no more physically colonizing Africa. Physically, you are seeing them as the what do you see? District commissioner is a white person. No. But you know what they did? They went and they hijack the leadership. They are in possession of the leadership. The system you are using, they are in possession of it. What they are doing to you is a window display. The more you look, the less you see. Abracadabra. Every 4 years you think that you are voting in somebody. Any person that gives them the highest bid that represents their interest is who they put there, install there, and they will come and promote him. They have the satellite. Do you have a satellite? If you make noise, they will even press off your internet. Everything will go off. You cannot nothing. You go, they put you into dark ages. That is it. So that is why we are aspiring to restore a nation, because it's a process. To be powerful, you have to be organized. In Nigeria, we cannot never be powerful because Yoruba man will be seeing Igbo man as a dominating. The best, once you are the best Igbo, they say nah, these Igbo people, they will carry everything. So they press us down. So one of our brothers one time said that in Ajokuta steel industry, it's only Igbos as engineers, and everything was going fine. Now the Yoruba said no, without only Igbo, they retrench all of them. And his father vexed and traveled to America as an engineer. So how can you be great? And they occupy it. Before you know it, the generations upon generation, that is what is happening. Don't you see in the Middle East? When you will come back, our children will come back, aspire to come. This is our land. It has been occupied, and it becomes eternal war. Don't you see that? That is why we are starting by organizing our nation, restoring our nation, because that is organization. Once it is organized, because you cannot be powerful without being organized, without being disciplined. You cannot be powerful. Never. Once you are sedimented, separated into piecemeals, you going nowhere. That is why we preach here day and night, in order to induce to our people, explain to our people, make sure that our people understand that united we stand. And we cannot be united in Nigeria. It's impossible. It's impossible. We as Biafra, we cannot be united in Nigeria. It's impossible. What they want to do is, do you know? They want to. The grand plan is to relegate Igbo people as minorities. That is why, with money and political positions, they blinded Ohaneze and carved out Igbo people, Igbo communities into Kogi, Igbo communities into Benue, and they will be not. They are called North. Igbo indigenous communities, they carved them into Kogi. When they want, they say they bribe them. They say no problem. Now those people, no person protects them. If you talk about Igbo, they are not counted as Igbo people. Do you see the crime? Individualism, self-interest can cause. It's a crime. When you talk about Igbo communities or Igbo states, they tell you, oh, 5 states in Igbo. They don't know that Igbo indigenous people are found in 13 states. Every state in Biafra land, including Kogi and Benue. Are you hearing me? Do you see it? It's about individual interest, private interest. Is a gangrene. You know, individualism is a gangrene, chopping, eating collective interests. Do you see? The Europeans, they are wise. You know how wise they are? They reduce their private interests into minor, very minute, and heap all their interests. Everybody contributed their individual interests, their selfish interests, their selfishness. They carry it and heap it in their government, in their collectivity, and their government carry it as a bottom. That is why they don't joke with their government. Their government is their God. As you are in the church praying, God will throw manna from heaven. The Europeans, they are there asking their government anything they want, and they get it. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? But they remove your mindset from the government, telling you that, oh, your problem is from one Satan. I don't want to go there. Saturday, I missed last Saturday because of private reason, but this Saturday it will be hot as usual. So, no need it. So we must continue. I'm talking about the word of interest. Let me conclude by saying that, therefore, the national interest is a sovereign state's goals and ambitions, which includes economic, military, cultural, or otherwise, taken to be the aim of government. You see all these things. Economy is number one thing. Military, cultural, our tradition, our way of life. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in the clip that Africa, we thought that once we start imitating the white people, that we'll be behaving, things will be going for us like them. No. Do you know, I've put it here. There was Arab revolution. You know that? In the early 19th century. When Ottoman, that is Turkey, that colonized them, was steering them to the west. Steering them, taking them, to westernize them. At a time, somebody started a revolution. Say no. Arabization. Say we are Arabs. And we have a culture. We cannot follow these people. Say west. We will be their slaves forever. There was a revolution everywhere in Arab land. And they said they must develop to using their system. That was when they went truly back to their roots. They say Islam is their culture. It started in Arab land, so it is their culture, their tradition. So they must use it to develop. Today, are they not developing in Islam, using Islam as their culture? Are they not developing? You that believe that, it's when you wear suits. Arab man, I put something in my Facebook platform, Jonas Raphael. It's called, you will see it a few days ago. You see Arab. They can be billionaires, they don't care. They gather, eating in one plate with hand. Eating in one plate. It is their culture. You go to the Arab man house. It doesn't matter the mansion he built. Most of them put their sofa on the ground. You sit down on the ground. That's the way, that is their culture. They don't need to imitate anybody like you. You are imitators, and you continue imitating, continue being a pupil, a student forever. Because the people you are imitating, they will tell you, say, no, you never get it right. No, it remains like this. Oh, democracy. No, it's not anyway. It is imperfect for now, but you will catch next time. That's the reason why it doesn't matter people that are being slaughtered during elections. The British ambassador to Nigeria will come out openly, shamelessly, in order to sustain the election, telling you that it doesn't matter how many people that died, but it's a growing democracy. Obi is a boy. When will Obi grow? Because you are imitating. You are not original. Are you hearing me? They are using, till thy kingdom come, it is the same thing. They will tell you, okay, it's like this, until you become original like the Arabs. Like many Arabs. Wherever you see that there is problem in Arab countries, where they are imposing Western democracy. Like in Iraq. Don't you see imposition of Western democracy? Don't you see it? Don't you see it in Libya? But where you see that there is peace and tranquility, people are progressing. Look at in UAE, in Dubai. Look at Kuwait. Look at Saudi Arabia. Look at Bahrain. All these places. You don't see, they are doing their own thing in their own way, and they are progressing. They are competing. They are developed, for goodness sake, because they are original. But you that is always imitating, you import your God. They tell you the one in your land is evil. You agree. Everything you import, including your religion, you import, including your God, you import it. Doesn't it reach a time you become ashamed? Can't, as a human being, don't it reach a time in your life you start contemplating and saying, nah, here I do, I wouldn't. You don't build nothing. You are non-productive. Even to the extent they tell you, leave your culture. You say, thank you, sir. All correct. I will leave my culture. Turn against your ancestors. You say, my ancestors are evil. Anyway, you think that things will be okay. We are in a world of interest where there is no emotion, no sentiment. is allowed. If you go on sentiments, you fail. All these interests are not obtainable in Nigeria. And that's why we are trying to restore our own nation, Biafra, where our common interests will be represented. Because we are in a world of interest. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines and people will start calling in. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
There is a way that Caucasians think. It's working for them and I love it. Good luck to them. But you, as an African, you as a Biafran, if you want that, we are here to get Biafra, yes. But I don't want Biafra of idiots. Azikiwe fought for independence. Jomo Kenyatta fought for independence. Kwame Nkrumah fought for independence. Arap Moi fought for independence. Nyerere fought for independence. Even right now, remember, I don't want to talk about Eduardo dos Santos of Angola. That's different. I want to talk about Nelson Mandela. He fought for independence. Are you telling me that South Africa you have today was what Mandela fought for? Are you telling me that Mandela died, that black people will be hunting down other black people to kill? The answer is no. Why is that happening? Because the principal critical work that should have been done with the freedom fighting was not done. And what is that? Education. It's a secret. I've given it away now. You know, before we arrived at fighting for our freedom this way, I looked at the history of Africa. I looked at the history of every black freedom fighter, genuine. I looked at the history of their countries and respective territories and what happened when they got what they were looking for. Invariably, you'll be shocked. None of them made any progress. I repeat, none of them made any collective, conscientious progress that you can look at and say, hey, I'm happy with this. None. Why? Because black people try to, or they are imitating, they want to imitate Europeans and white people. They think that by going to white people's school, by doing everything white people does, somehow they can effect lasting change in their lives, and the answer is no, you can't do it. Do you know why they cannot do it? There is a way that Caucasians think. It's working for them and I love it. Good luck to them. But you, as an African, you as a Biafran, if you want that piece of land to be developed, you need to think in a particular way. Not necessarily with the way the Caucasian does it. That is what we are doing. So that the legacy of Biafra will last. That Biafrans will not condone anybody. You will judge any fool who is in office and stealing money. They say don't judge anybody. So somebody can be a governor and steal people's salary and run away. Well, don't judge him as he's stealing your money. You come and say, oh, Gabet, what are you doing? He say, oh, don't judge me that you will not be judged. It's in the book. It's just like a pastor telling you about tithe. I'll touch not my anointing. You are a criminal fake pastor. They are coming to arrest you. Say, oh, touch not my anointing. We want Biafra to be different. That is why we educate you. We impart knowledge the way we do. So you'll be able to hold your public officers to account. Nobody can come and bring any wishy-washy, superstitious mumbo-jumbo. Tell you, oh, don't touch this. Nonsense. Everything is questionable. Everything, I say. Question everything. That is how you keep your public servants on their toes all the time. To do what you want. After all, the country belongs to you. It doesn't belong to them. Power belongs to the people. And in this Biafra we are building, genuinely, power will belong to the people. How do you make them hold on to that power and discharge your responsibilities? By educating them. And that's what we're doing now. So sometimes it appears as if we are digressing. Oh, we are going towards religion. It is for a purpose. We know what we are doing. It is for a purpose. Or else you end up dumb. You won't know what they're doing. We don't want that rubbish. That's why we do things the way we do. After all, the basis of your ignorance as a black person is religion. Religion is why black Africans are dumb. By the time you come away from this bondage, my goodness, that is why we are the way we are. We are fast forwarding everything to make it quick so that when we get Biafra, you won't mess it up. All of you with your general overseer, if you're in the Biafra army, telling me I should leave Yoruba pastors alone. If you know Yorubas don't want Biafra, is that correct? Yes, this man said, Kumiyi said he is praying for the zoo not to break up. Yes? And we're fighting for the zoo to break up. Now, if this pastor of yours, because as you're going now, you give your mom your phone number or your dad. Your dad goes to Yoruba church. They ask you that, oh, where is your son? My son is fighting with the army of Biafra. The pastor can say, give me his number. I want to call him. Yoruba will call your son at the battlefront. If your son did not receive this education now, or is of a weak disposition, he will say, okay, yes, so my general overseer, Pastor Kumiyi, man of God, said I should not fight anymore, that Nigeria is better for me. Since my man of God has spoken, I have to do what the man of God said. Rubbish. Now you understand why we are doing what we are doing? We want to undermine everywhere the devil will come from. Plugging all the holes that the devil will come from.
Welcome back. This is Radio
We are here to get Biafra, yes.
Coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land. And we are here live and direct. I don't know, some people are complaining that our app is not working. I don't know, but I confirm everything. My dashboard has been working and I check the app is working. So I need people to just inbox and confirm to me that they have been hearing my voice. Please, I need just inboxing. Confirm to me by saying everything is okay. It's okay. It's okay. If you might, if you can, please. So that we must continue. So I think our lines are now open. And do not forget that tomorrow, Mazi Chinas and will be here on this hallowed platform in order to make expose as usual. Please. Therefore, our lines are now open. Our direct line, as you may know, is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us now and give us your view, but remember, though I touch many things, but the topic of my submission is about, it says, the world of interest. That is the world we are in. And we have to pursue our interests without fear or favor, without emotions. That is the basics. We have to pursue our common interest, collective interest like that. That is it. And even more. I have a caller already online. Caller Mazi Joe Agafe, you are the first caller. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly, Mazi. Yeah. Good evening, Biafrans. Mazi, first and foremost, the app is working perfectly.
Of course. I don't know. Thank you very much for your confirmation. Because some people are inboxing that there's problem, but maybe it's from their side anyway. Go on, please.
As I think probably it's from their network. You know, Mazi, the topic of this evening, interest. You see, what is ruling this world is interest. Interest drives a people's success as a nation. Interest has no enemy. Interest builds bridges. Look at the Americans today. Wherever they want to go and get whatever they need to sustain their God, that is government of the day. That is their God. God, government of the day. they will go to any length to get it because they want to make sure that their people are okay, their next generation are okay. They don't want anything to interfere, to give an hindrance for the smooth running of their economy. In international politics, there is no permanent enemy. It is permanent interest. Mazi, do you know that as Russia and America are fighting this their what's it called? This their Cold War. America is still buying products from Russia. They are still buying from them, but they are fighting on the they are fighting a Cold War, using Ukraine as the battleground to test all their newly acquired weapons. Mazi, look at Nigeria. Look at the Fulanis. Like you said earlier on that you love the way this man Ahmadu Bello, his type of politics. Yes, I concur with you in that area because when that man said to that BBC interviewer that the estate called Nigeria, their father Usman Danfodio gave it to them. So they have to work to claim it. He pronounced it before he died, but now they have to work to claim it. Many people did not know that the coup that happened that Nziogu and all the other soldiers did, that it was meant to stop the Fulanization of Nigeria earlier. Because when Ahmadu Bello said that thing, they were trying to start the Fulanization process then, but that coup stopped that agenda from moving on. Fast forward after the Civil War, 1970, they started dismantling Igbo culture, Igbo religion, Igbo life. They started making life unbearable for us. They gave our people 20 pounds to start life again. All these things they were doing for what? For their own interest. For their own interest. Interest is number one. If Igbo people do not understand that collective interest is important, we are finished. We are finished. All these Igbo people doing Igbo club in Europe, in America, and this, that. Sometimes I look at them and I laugh. What are these people doing? Your people are being killed. Your people are losing their shops in Nigeria. You are busy doing Igbo Union. Mazi, our people, they have problem. Oh. There is a big problem. Look at what is happening in Lagos. Burning houses, burning markets, burning shops. Mazi, very soon, the area boys will start killing, looting, and nothing will happen in that place.
They are doing it. Mazi, they are doing it. They are doing it.
You see? Yes. Our people, Mazi, I don't know. This religion has done us a very, very, very bad thing. Our people are so docile. They can't think. They can't move forward. They are in one place. They will be doing video. Our market is burning. Come and help us. I was watching that video. I was like, what on earth is this? Can that happen to Fulani people? Can they do that to one Fulani person in the east? Will they not kill all the eastern people in the north? Mazi, let me give other callers the opportunity to call in.
There were Mazi. There were. Individualism has eaten deep into us. I am telling you. I could remember somebody said that one time they wanted to, even in Lagos, demolish one, is it a Hausa field market or Hausa place? All of them come out, say before you kill all of us. All of them. And they have to leave them. Our own people is, everybody is looking for his own thing. Minding his own business. Now when they do, everybody wow, they don't demolish our this. They will not order. They will not gather and say, look, let us find solution. All of us, whether they touch us or not touch us, so we are the same. Let us find solution. What are we going to do? No, everybody is fighting it individually. Now you are fighting for your own house so that it will not be demolished. You use your connection, you fight so that if they bypass you temporarily and destroy others. Do you see one of the things like what our brothers say religion have done to us? Do you see that? Because only fight for yourself. You use your connection of your that you to make your maybe your own house, not to be after you give this. Nah, hey, praise God. They come and destroy others. My own remaining. Hey, you see, I'm choosing. You are hopeless. I am telling you, completely hopeless idiots. They divided us into piecemeals so that they can be able to swallow us one by one, as we used to swallow akpo. A kilo of akpo you cannot carry all at the same time and swallow. No, you will use your hand, take small, mold it, put it inside soup and swallow. That is piecemeal. That is the way they are taking us, one after the other. That's why I concur that we are not sophisticated politically. If the Fulani, anything that happens to one person, all of them will gather around and give a statement, gather them, say now it is all of us. They don't wait until it happens to, it touches other people. No. Caller on signal, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Can hear you, Mazi Jonathan. Mazi Jonathan, Ike Guru. Ike Guru situation.
Ike Guru, honestly.
How I wish we were any other language when we came invent. We were any our people because all the people in language, in English language, are better. Only international Latin, Italian, I have people because our people are not people of interest. They are people of interest anyway, but their interest is always the interest of their enemy, to protect their enemy against their people. So Hana they carry Aslan no Lamana but our people is reversed. Aneshinama, Madam Magawa put their myself, they don't return home. Only when they come home with when they die. I value na Libu. She rise. I value any issue only very Karabano. You know, this is the reality of our life. People are happy for people to die so that they can go and eat rice. And Mazi, to your topic, both one I go because our people are not focusing. They are not focusing. Look at what is happening. Even in the struggle, Mazi, look at what is happening. Nigeria government spend millions, pay this politician and from Igbo to be fighting IPOB, to be doing everything to destroy Nnamdi and IPOB. But these same people that paid our people this money to be doing all these things are now securing their own area, creating vigilante groups in the north. Today, look at the news you read that. I also saw that news. Tinubu, in his government today, he's relocating everything to his people, and today they are trying to uncage themselves from the Fulani oligarchy and that bondage by doing what? Removing that Sokoto Caliphate from the Caliphate and giving it to their own indigenous Oba. What is the interest of Igbo man? What is the interest of our people? Our interest is to send the enemies into our land to kill their own people. Look at what is happening in Imo State. They are no longer satisfied with killing us with gun or machete. Now they are bringing their dogs. So my baby, because they are ready to kill and kill. This is their agenda. They will go and bring the condemned animals in their land called human being. Border poor us. Commissioner of police in order. Commissioner of police in Alibo today is order override the order of the governor. Only the governor in Alibo that can order commissioner of police of his state. So that we are more like slaves in our land, man. There is no other way to describe us. This is why our leader is still in detention, because if we are strong people, our leader would have been out. If not for Grace of Eze that created this solid rock called IPOB and the leadership we have today who are working assiduously, what would have been the situation of our people? But they have our people in their respective offices and environment, in their comfort zone, they are living life as if there is no home, there is no tomorrow. They just feel there is nothing happening. In this our calamity, look at Nigeria. I'm not against African Cup of Nations, but look at the African Cup of Nations. If you are following the event, you will see that we are the ones championing one Nigeria with them.
Mazi, are you still there? I'm not sure what is happening. Let me see. I'm not sure what is happening. Let me take another caller, please. I don't know. All of a sudden. Caller on WhatsApp, Mazi Ugochukwu. I think Ugochukwu Wajago. It's been a long time. Can you hear me, Mazi?
Yes, I can hear you, my brother.
There, Mazi. Happy Old Year and New Year.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all Biafrans. Happy New Year to Hamadika and everybody listening. It's been a long time, but I'm always there. I listen. So you can see that I always send a message. I'm going to our discussion of the day about our interests. Yes. It is only a fool that always go and protect other people's interests rather than protecting his own. At least we are learning. We are human beings, we learn. Even though we don't know, when we know about it, we learn from there. There's one thing that made Britain hate us, is that we are quick learners. The unfortunate thing that happened to us is that we only learn bad things from those that are killing us all these years. But thanks be to Chukwuka for bringing Nnamdi, Kanu, IPOB, and the Directorate of States, and all Biafrans that are working towards the restoration of this, our kingdom called Biafra nation. My dear brother, you know, I read about what the Tinubu is doing, and I said to people that I love what he's doing. Why? Because he's protecting their own interest. No other same person that will see what the Northerners are doing through the Fulanis, or the Fulanis are doing all in the name of Northern interest. And when they come to his own, when they come to their turn, they will turn around and start trying to police the whole world, just like foolishly our brother foolishly did, Jonathan. You know that if Peter Obi had been there in place of Jagaban, you know that we'll be talking about how to eradicate the poverty in the north, how to eradicate the how do you call it, people not going to school, to eradicate that. You'll be talking about north. I'm forgetting that his place is not developed. I always tell people that our land is a virgin land. So our own interest must be on how to make our place a viable place to live, a place that will attract people to come and say, I want to come to Biafra land and visit, because I'm always advertising it at my job. Do you know that I will tell us one thing this evening? I will not tell the details of everything I want to say, but I have been in the midst of British people in our work. I told them what their government is doing to us in proxy through our people and through the rest of Nigeria. And he was very sorry. But you know what he said? He said he cannot do anything because their food is coming from there. So that their government is just protecting their interests. And I laughed. I said, okay, you are not even different. But I said, okay, no problem. It is only we that will go and develop other people's area. We neglect our place. So it is high time that we people start thinking about ourselves. Let us be in that foolishness or that selfish, like you always preach. Let's be selfish and develop our place. Let's be selfish and talk about we. We should not continue to talk about Nigeria, continue to talk about other people's interests. Why those who are talking about their interests never talk about our own interests for one day? The startling revelation that was did by Chinedu the last time he was on air was a very big shocker to many, but not to some people. Because how can we be running after people who never talk about our safety, who never open out one day and talk, oh, our people are being killed, these people need to be free. Our people died all in the name of Trump. They slaughter us. Trump, during the election campaign, he said the Biafra hope is coming. Where is that hope? He just use us to use all the Biafrans in America to garner his vote and other people. Oh, he's talking about black people. Then we talk about Christianity. We are Christians, according to us. And the Christian world abandoned us. Instead of helping us, they went and for their own interest, oil must flow and supply out to the other ones. My dear brother, what I want to tell our people today is, you see our children one by one. I have 3 children, and those my 3 children, I'm telling them from day one, you are not from Europe to start with. You are not a white man or white woman to start with. You are from Ebensi. I will not call my community name anymore. You are from my community where I come from, but you are Igbo person. Igbo interest comes first, whatever you're doing, wherever you see yourself tomorrow. Because end of the day, when they will start chasing Ndoji, you are not going to be different. So it doesn't matter where you are. Let us begin to imbibe that culture of how do you say it? This grammar self. This grammar is causing me a problem.
So an Igbo dot.
So yeah, so Ebonyesi, I ain't going to when during the after the war of genocide against our people, what united us was we our interest. What was that our interest then? It was Rangers International. Rangers International was formed. It was played by patriotism. So let us bring that patriotism into our children. Tell them why we are outside and what made us to be outside and what we are planning to do to be able to go back. This is what I want to let our people know. So my dear brother, thank you very much. We are together. Let me use this opportunity to tell everybody that is having a brother or sister or friend around Liverpool to tell them to come and join IPOB Liverpool meeting. It's coming up this coming Sunday. This coming Sunday is our meeting. Please, if anybody know anybody there that is not part of IPOB yet, or even if it's part of IPOB but they have been slacking, please encourage the person to go back to the meeting and join the family. Almost a Biafra from there.
There were Mazi. All hail Biafra. There were. Call on signal, please. Hold on. Let me take the call on direct line. Mazi, can you hear me, please? Go on.
I love you. Director of State, I greet you all. I thank you all. All the ministers on the platform, I thank you all. My vicar, they do it. What that? Do technical, whatever. But I'm not I bless God. Sir, you know, in the time of stretching out your references about your topic of today, which is, word of interest. You made mention about emotions. Now you are tracing it down to Africa, that this is our weakness. Then on your own objective, if I can put in that manner, in your own objective point, you now hit it hard on the, should I say, the Igbo race as highly emotional. I don't know if you're getting me. So you use the word highly emotional by like their own now added more. Now I want to let the Igbos know something. When they are saying that it's highly emotional, does not mean that heaven is for you. You are stupid. Number one, that's my name. But the only thing I want you to understand, sir, you see, if they are highly emotional, however they want to put it, I think they should have referenced their uncle from Spain, which is the white man they are calling Jesus in here. They would have referenced him and died for us. We that are coming up to take over. They would have referenced the man and died for us. They are not doing it. So highly emotional means that they are more stupid that they can ever think of. I don't know if you're getting me. So anytime you see them jumping up like UK go to Abuja to show say Sadiru, Amici and the edges of all these useless animals everywhere, maybe take my number, come after me. The nation will still succeed and keep on fighting them. They will die shamelessly. If they don't wake up, they will die shamelessly. All of them, they will die because they have taken us far from what we expected from them to survive.
There were Mazi. There were. Thank you very much. I think your your airtime finished before time. Caller on signal, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Thank you for holding on for, is it 8 minutes?
Yes, Master.
Caller on signal, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Master Jonathan.
There we please go.
Very, sir.
There we go on, please.
My greeting goes to HODs. May God bless them, because all of them are wise men. My greeting goes to our leader, the savior of our time. Also, my greeting goes to our men in the bush that refuse to sleep, that refuse to enjoy their weather or their wife or their children for our sake. They shall live and see Biafra. And also my greeting goes to you, Mazi Jonathan. You got the way for Biafra. And all IPOB will be their warrior. Mazi, coming to your topic this night, the word of interest in the politics. Mazi, to tell you the facts, I want to use something to illustrate this your topic. Mazi, I could remember olden days, what my father told me. Mbana Bosonwa in our village, that is moon, let me use our local language. Ibosonwa. Mazi, all these things was done collectively. Mbana Fifu, we gather collectively and anak for Ifu. Sorry for using this language. Mazi, white men saw that our people, we have interests of each other, and then went back and take what then we do to disorganize that interest. That is why you see religion, you see other things which them brought to us to divide us. Then bring democracy, call it a politics in Africa, to disorganize us. That is why they have power to select leaders to us. And then when our leaders steal our money only for their own selfish interests, these white men will accommodate them and they ask them to kill us. And that is why you see many things have went wrong. In our own time, and this the session of freedom, Biafra restoration, we have realized that yes, our freedom is more spacious than any other thing. We must get freedom before any other thing. And that is false. And that is why our leader says that Biafra is our religion, because that's where our interest lies. And that is why we must get it first before any other thing. And that is why in this time we are fighting tooth and nail against anybody that will carry this our interest as his own selfish interest, or putting it inside his pocket, as this our freedom is for him alone and his family. And that is why when you heard people talking against our HOD, because they think that our HOD will be at sleep, like our corrupt politicians, to allow our people to just perish like that, and one person will put our freedom inside his pocket. That is why they are mad and finding means, finding way to demoralize and destroy our HODs and destroy IPOB movement. But they have failed, because God is in control. Our mission is divine, because freedom is for everybody. Without freedom, going to anywhere, whatever you are thinking you are doing, it will be in vain, because you will not live to achieve your aim. And that is why in this our freedom, every interest of anybody lies in the freedom. of a particular race, being Biafra. And we must join together, hands together, to fight and get our freedom before any other thing. That is why the collective interest and the politics of interest is very, very important, as you are treating it this night as a topic. Mazi, let me leave my own here so that others will achieve their own what they learn about this, your topic. Mazi, may God bless you.
And you too.
Continue your good work.
There we go.
Biafra must come, whether they like it or not. That is our interest.
Of course.
Good night from here, Mazi.
There we go, Mazi.
Thank you.
Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Unmute yourself. Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, good evening.
There we go, Mazi. Welcome to the program.
I greet you especially for your educative program. My name is Mazi Chinedu, calling from my bedroom.
There we go, Mazi. There we go.
Thank you. Tonight's program is actually the all program featuring this very time we are in. And such this time we are in, we will see here unveil that share on in the eyes of our people concerning this very interest of a thing. Truly, we are in the world of interest, and the only people who are not playing that political interest with the benefit of, or to collectively, as in collectively to their own people, are people from our own side. In contraction today, a lot of things are happening. Most of the times, I look at it at the other angle. Many, as Tinubu enter office today, Tinubu is really working very hard to protect the interests of their own people. I follow on when they were doing screening for ministers. Tinubu was very, very smart, and he knew that if El-Rufai enter into his governmental governance, or should I say, El-Rufai become a government, that El-Rufai, that agenda of Kaduna, El-Rufai will work with his vice as in very, very, as in our closely, and he may not be able to achieve what he wants to achieve. And Tinubu smartly played that game. I watched the plenary when those screening was going on those days. And today, El-Rufai is not having any portfolio on his government. Now, Tinubu on himself is now working very well to protect the interests of Yorubas. You know, sometimes I do call my people from Katsina State to ask them questions. Even the Fulanis never believed that Tinubu will be alive till today. As they were seeing Tinubu, they never believed that that man himself, will still be alive till today. And the mission in which they merged Tinubu with Shetima is they are finding it difficult. Now, the news that broke out today about Eloni, them taking over. I asked myself when I saw that very news, when is our own people going to protect their own territory? Tinubu entering into office, and remember Eloni, there is no way Tinubu is not aware that his people will carry out that action in Eloni. There is no way somebody can say that he's not aware. And this has happened, and they are ready to protect their territory. Mazi, this is a word of interest, as you said, in this very topic. Tinubu is gradually protecting the interests of Oduduwa Yoruba people by bringing back whatever they need to, because all of them know that Nigeria cannot be repaired. Nigeria, nobody can protect, nobody can unite Nigeria. So the remaining one Tinubu allow, the remaining one Buhari allow Tinubu to witness. Tinubu is fighting to take it. You know, 2020, Buhari carried almost about how many federal projects to Daura? That then I was still serving as a youth corper in Daura. There is road safety. What is this? Airport base. University of Transportation is in Daura. Federal University of Federal Polytechnic is in Daura, and a lot of federal projects in Daura. So now Chinedu is now using this very opportunity to relocate the one that he can relocate to the same people based on interest of a team. And to be honestly with you now, the destruction of Igbo property in Lagos, sometimes I see it as a blessing in disguise. It's just that our people don't understand. If our people really understand that destruction of Igbo properties in Lagos, to me, what I view it as a push for you to go back to your territory to go and develop and protect your territory because there is danger ahead. That is how I see it. But our people do not. I feel that our people do not understand that push. It's a push for everybody. Go and mind your territory first because the nation cannot hold. Yes, our people are the ones best opportunity to unite, whereby they see in their koro eyes that everybody is minding their own people, collective interest, working for their own people. Like one of our brothers spoke about super ego. It was our brother who went to Abidjan, and I saw some bloggers tweeting it, flinging it on social media that he went to an Abidjan and Nigeria carried Nation Cup 2013 and 2023 as we went to Abidjan again, being our brother P2B. And some all this Mazi, sorry for taking small time, all this content creator, I saw one saying that as one of our brother Obi Kubana, as Congo promised to give their players 1 million, I be how many million? What is Obi Kubana going to give Super Ego? And Obi Kubana answered them. When I listen to that, I begin to ask myself, do you know that these people know how to treat our people? Once they see anybody from Igbo land, they must gather to stop that person. Is Obi Kubana the only Nigerian person who will promise Nigerian players to go and carry cup from? That was what I was thinking. And after that, I now see that these people are playing on intelligence of our people. With all this one small thing you see, very soon now you will see Ali Noyama now we donate airpiece. You know, to continue portraying yourself as a good person before your enemy. And when they look at our people, they will laugh. Many allies are in North, but they cannot promise any player, any single 1 naira. But we are now using the brain of playing on intelligence of our people to go and promise maybe 1 million to each player just to continue to export our people as they have militarized our land today, extorting our people. What you preach today and the topic today fit this very moment we are in. It's the word of interest. And Biafra is our only interest, and that interest we must protect. There were Mazi
Jidofo. There were CK. You are talking about playing on our people's intelligence, and I was laughing. I said, do our people even have intelligence at all that they are playing upon? Do our people have intelligence? Look at good Lord Jonathan when he was a president. What did he bring to his family, his community? Nothing. He started, our people are the only people that when they go, hey, they want to Nigeria. They fail to understand that, politics is local. That's it. They are the people that are emotional, sentimental. Now, Nnamdi agase, imena like this, agase. Whereas the others are doing things with audacity. They are audacious. in their approach. Our people are in like this, hagas na every time I know hagas. And I na taiga knock, na taiga no hagas, I now saw iku. Caller on, let me see, caller on signal. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Mazi Madabuchuku. Can you hear me?
Yes, my brother. Good evening to you.
There were.
Yeah, good evening, Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Ifan Chukwuma Dabuchi, and I'm coming from the Netherlands. Yes, my brother, your topic today, the politics of interest or word of interest. You see, I come in peace. For anybody I may direct my comment to, and I'm directing it to our political class. Like our brother Chinedu said one time, is that we shouldn't be, and we are not in war path or war footing with our political class. It's just that sometimes their behavior or disposition makes us to wonder if they care about us. So why I'm saying this is that if we see what is happening, or let's say what happened in the northwest and northeast, we know that Boko Haram, we know that one. But if we see what has been happening in the middle belt, starting from southern Kaduna or Kaduna state altogether, then you go to Nasarawa state. Now of recent, you go to, not of recent, it has been happening, but now it is concentrated in the Plateau state, and then Benue state, and then coming to lower Benue. That is Agatu, Oturukpo of today and yesterday. And then you know of Ihamufu, we know of Uzuwane and Enugu, and all that have been happening in Biafra land, in Olu, Imo, Nabia, in Anambra, and so forth and so on, Delta, Rivers, just name it. And then I'm asking myself, don't our leaders of thought, political leaders, and the religious leaders and traditional rulers, don't they see the fire on the mountain? When we they know that this is not ordinary, when we they understand that Nigeria is in shall I say, on a precipice, and when we they cover the interest of our people, you can send your children to Europe, America, and wherever, what not. But what I'm asking you, when you send those children away, they go there, they study there, they marry there, don't you know that your compound is closing, but you don't know it? And you cannot live more than maybe 100 or 120 years on this earth. You are gone. Your generation will be gone, follow. Because that guy who come to Europe to study and marry his sweetheart in Europe, when he think about your compound, he was thinking about it like his father's home, not his own home, because he will make a home where he study, where he has friends, where he has work, and maybe where he found a wife. So our selfishness, our elite selfishness is destroying our society. And then our people's struggle for daily survival, driving our people away from our homeland, is still killing our generation, our posterity. Because when they go where they make their living, maybe they have to do one thing or the other to get a permission to stay and to work, and then they tie themselves down. Before you know it, they procreate there, and then the child you got or you beget in some of those countries, in America and Europe, most especially, they are European and American children. You can think what you want, you can believe what you want, but believe me, I'm not a young man. I know what I'm talking about. I've seen things and I know things. So what I'm saying is that we are not fighting now. We are not so bad mouthing our political class and intellectuals and the elites now. We are saying, what is your grand plan to protect our homeland? Because you see that if people are coming, whether you believe it or not, they are coming. They are venomous. They are murderous. So you go there to please them. That's why when they burn our people's businesses in Lagos and everywhere, Ohaneze our socio-cultural organization, we say we go there to make a rally, to pray, prayer rally. None of them have come with the eyes we used to put to say what is going on here. Say to the hearing of the world and of the victims and of the relatives of the victims to say that somebody is talking about us. You're not going to Lagos to fight Sanwo-Olu or whatever the hell his name is, but you are going to tell him that the policy of government, of his government, that is destroying our people's businesses and thereby destroying our people's lives is unacceptable or are unacceptable. Nobody's saying that. So this is ultimate kind of selfishness that we think, like you said, he thinks that he's when a snail is removing the living water in it when it's on fire, that snail will think that is quenching the flame until it gets burned. When you are silent and aloof to the suffering and the plight of your people, you think you will survive it because you will have friends, Fulani friend or government friend in Yoruba, because they're in vogue now. You have them as friends, they may make you rich. But remember, if you have 5 billionaires in a town, the town can still be abjectly poor. Because those 5 billionaires will take care of building mansions and tarring their compound and tarring the earth that goes into their compound to the main road, and they stop there, which means the town is poor. So what I'm saying is that the politics of interest, communal interest, a national interest, whether you believe it or not, Biafra is our nation, which are our sisterly ethnic nationalities. We form a nation. We cannot be Biafra. If Biafra emerges tomorrow, or it cannot be bigger than the Russian Federation. The Russian Federation is one of the biggest nations on earth. It's composed of diverse ethnic nationalities, but they are still cohesive when it comes to national interest. So why can't our people from the old eastern region or from the eastern region, Biafra, why can't we work and fight and engineer things to make our people, our place cohesive and secure? Because I don't know why I used to say this. I don't know why our charity always begin abroad to make other people like us. But if other people like you and you don't have brothers and to mourn you or to welcome you home, you will. I've known rich people who are wealthy abroad, meaning in Nigeria somewhere. But when they died, when they brought their body home, it's like they are burying somebody who committed abomination, because they showed no interest in the lives of the people in the villages and his even kindred. So this is the point we are making. This is the time. Forget all the acrimonies or even harsh words. This is the time of our people of all color and persuasion. I mean, all denomination and not color, because we are almost one color. If you don't, but that is of no consequence to us. What we are talking about is our people of all persuasion to come together to say Nigeria is what you call kakistocracy. That is government by the least suitable and least competent people in a state. That is Nigeria. So, being that the case, you can be the best brain in Nigeria, like we know that our brother was the best brain in the contest of last 2023 election, because he is from Igbo land. They did not, and they dare not give him that position. So why must such people, our brains, talk about our brains in the manufacturing, and nobody is promoting them? Nobody will give you their political position because you're from the East. So why can't we go home? Why can't we go home? Oh, as Kabonya and Onana, however your home it is your home. My brother, let me say one thing before I end this call. Our people should give our clergymen, any clergyman that starts saying what God will bless eternally, God will bless Mazi and Kanu and IPOB. Because Mazi and Kanu and IPOB have opened the eyes and ears of Nigerians that there is some kind of preaching from that is happening in Nigeria and in Africa that has nothing to do with religion or salvation. It has everything to do with deception and pickpocketing our people. And some of them have started saying it, and let's not say to them, you know, try to shut them up. No. If you start today to be good, if you start today to turn the good leaf to preach the right thing, let's encourage them. Because if they don't do it, we will continue to do and say what we are saying, which is the truth, and they will be setting their religion up for a fall, because the people will not be deaf. Sleeping or in coma for forever. At a point, they will start to see that they are being deceived, and that religion will crumble. So it is for their own good to say the truth, so that people will know them as people who say the truth, as it's supposed to be. God bless Biafra. Thank you, my brother.
There were Mazi. There were. Thank you very much. Mazi CJ, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
There were. Welcome to the program. It's been a long time.
Here.
There were. There were.
It's been a while. Anyway, thank you for giving this opportunity once again, my comrades. Before I go on, please let me to make some announcement. This announcement is about our monthly IPOB monthly meeting coming up in Dublin on the 11th of February 2024, which is this Sunday coming. I'm encouraging all Biafrans in Dublin and its surroundings, those that have been IPOB that have not been around, that everyone is welcomed. This time around, we are following the directive of our leaders, particularly directive from Chinedu, that our people should come back and begin to build again. Because, Maz, I want to tell you, so this meeting will happen at the same venue that we've been having our meeting from day one in Dublin, which is St. Andrew's Community Center, South 468 South Circular Road in Dublin 8. Bus routes are there, and you can take the number 17, 68, 60, 68A 122, or you can take a tram line, which is called Lewis here, and stop at either Fatima bus stop or Riato bus stop. Please, if you're missing your way or you need further information, you are free to contact Mazi Kama, our secretary, on 08961 82905. 08961 82905. You can contact myself, Mazi CJ, and 0899591330, 0899591330, or even our PRO, who is Mazi Chinedu. That's our zonal PRO, 0899599477. And the reason why I gave this number is that sometimes you might be engaged in the meeting. Somebody like me that's a coordinator might not be able to answer call, but then you can call all the other numbers and you'll be attended to. Please, Mazi Jonathan, just to make few remarks tonight. It is important that our people understand that we've come to get Biafra, and Biafra we must get. It doesn't matter how long, Mazi Jonathan. In the last few weeks, I was in Biafra land, and believe me, and we know how to get into Biafra land, and we know how to get out. You know yourself. So I was there. I get the pulse of our people. I saw things for myself. Believe you me, the last hope of every person in Biafra land is IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't be deceived. Don't be swayed. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Believe you me, to the point my aged grandmother, who is almost 110, they don't, when I'm talking with my people down there, I don't present myself as, coordinator or whatever, but I lie low to gauge their pulse naturally and spontaneously. And what comes out of their mouth, and passionately so, you will see that our people are waiting. They are just lying down there waiting. They know who is who. And one other thing I found out is that our people have now come to know the Irima that is somewhere killing our people in Biafra land. They have come to know that this man is a con man. Everybody now knows the real people, IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So if you're IPOB anywhere in the world, know that today, as I got it first hand from Biafra land. Secondly, our politicians, these politicians, I think we should stop calling them politicians. Because if you look at it from history, Mazi Jonathan, we have not had a politician that is of note and is of prominence from Biafra land that engage at the federal level, that have had our interests, that has bothered to bring stuff that matters to our place. And this is why Biafra land is still the way it is. This is why every year in, year out, we keep talking about we have nothing in Biafra land. Because these politicians are not going for us. You heard the other time when Mazi Ezekulie even came to talk about Alex Ekwueme, whom one of the ones we thought was with us. Believe you me, the revelation he gave about when Shagari engaged him with regards to building port in at Niger Bridge, at Onisha. What do they call it? River Niger, Onisha, Head Bridge. And when Shagari came around, Shagari was disappointed that this port wasn't built. And this port, this man, even though he was a Fulani, he gave this man this project so that he will build a port that will compete with Lagos and that will serve both Biafra land and in a lower north. You like lower north, Kogi, Benue, and all that. But that wasn't done. The ones that had our interest, they would always come after them. The likes of Mbakwe, the likes of Maheba Kilobara, and some other few. So I think we should be, I think for me, we have to understand and begin to realize that we don't have politicians. They don't go there to play politics. Igbo politicians should just go and sleep and stop engaging in politics. But they don't know what politics is all about. Jonathan, you live outside of Nigeria. I live outside. Many of us live outside. Know and engage our local citizens and politicians, local MPs. We know how they work hard to bring in the interest of their people closer to their people, but not in our case. So why would we come out and say we have no politicians? We should stop calling them, stop giving them that kind of name, because they are not one. And thirdly, the Fulani herdsmen that have come back ravaging Imo State, and particularly Owerri area. I don't know if you have seen the latest Nosonkwa's broadcast about the whole of Owerri West. Now, Nosonkwa have just come to talk about that. Jonathan, on this your program, I have spoken about these areas in the last 1 year, about how these people have begun to ravage that. Do you know, I was in Biafra land, I spoke to, my father no longer goes to farm. My grandmother, my mothers, they don't no longer go to farm. And if they go to farm, you ask them why, they say, what's the need? If you farm, they will send the animals to come and eat them up. And Jonathan, let me say to the hearing of the whole world, believe me, there's what you call wolf attack. One day. In Jonathan,
The world is hearing you. Yeah.
Actually, these people, in case of some private American radio, Obra onye broadcast. No na ya na ihe mere na Elaya na ala Yoruba ha show na thunder magburu muwe. Thunder na magbu ha niile. No na ya na news maka Chineke. Because I kpatara kpado. Ana hire everywhere. Ana jugini mere. But then from there, that's a more ala. But America, I actually back January abila. America, I actually back. Imere na some quite PK this time. Because the thing, because I'm engaged with some of our officers back home. Maybe they're listening now. Mark one them granola, they didn't do it. Mark Pado, Che. Radio, I don't see this people. Before now, some kid or some papa. So the whole of that area, I have come on radio, spoke about it. Even when Mazi Yoruba and then Uzrumike were on program, I mentioned the villages. But I want to tell you, this place, Nosongpaku, is real. These people, from Olo, Chua from Agba, Chua from Izombe, Chua from Olo, they are all in that Pasebao. From Agba, Tiki Shokuku, Tishu Muguma, Mutirete, Putoro, Ndebu, Amako Yubi, all of those places mentioned are all serious bushes. But actually, the area Angara, I can't go all of these places. But the area Angara, I know, and I was waiting for them to pass because I see them, and I can't turn a CCTV. I have evidence of CCTV and they move around. Then I was waiting. Sometimes they might do here because I become 5 o'clock in the morning. They might do here. Sometimes I'm 5 o'clock and maybe 3 o'clock along that road. I know what I'm You know what I'm saying? So maybe I should stop talking too much. And as I engage our PG, I said, what's going on? You understand? So our people should not, police, the commissioner of police, let us say in a populator, when we were here, or 4 years, one day, I have Halimoya, Baboy him, I have Baboy him one day, or say me, and let's mention the police, the Chende. Mamma said that Yanina Sutanande compromise in there, then not at a banket. Our people are everything, our people are need. The man agro on the Yeo, Honga Jihad, can they grant Jihad in DK. Our people can no longer go farm, plant anything, reap anything, agro the Bunde Mado. Oh, it is Kochai or 4 years put a gallon. Nama, that idea, la Aqualeaka. Nah, I was infuriated. But I am escaped this time from that long wolf attack. So my brother, this is where we are. Our people must come back. Nigeria is at the brink of collapse. If you don't know, you know it now. Every indicator points to collapse, imminent. And IPOB, we must be there so that when it collapses, everybody back off. We are here. Because all Yoruba organized now. What's it now? We are here. Everybody back off. You don't know? So you need to so that they want to take us out of the line. Remove us from the scene so that when this collapse happens, nobody can come and talk about ourselves. But as IPOB one day, we must be here until that happens and beyond. Without the regular watching it.
Oh, there were Mazi. Thank you very much. Thank you. I have 2 callers that I'll take and it will be over. Caller on WhatsApp, you've been here since 24 minutes plus. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yeah, Marvin, there,
There, do the reggae.
Yeah.
ekelele gị na ụbọchị onye na-ekwu bụ dọgala nna anyị. Ekelele m onye isi anyị bụ Ọhamadike, elele ndị DOS niile ọbụla na-ekwuru Chineke edozie ụmụ gbasara ọrụ ọma ụlọ ọlụlụ ndị Biafra. Ekọmishọn na ọrụ na-alụ bụ agamniru na ndị be anyị ejiwe na-eji na-enweta n'ọrụ ụlọ na-alụ. Gbasara okwu unu na-ekwu na okwu na-ekwu bụ okwu Chukwu ụlọ na-agwa ndị mmadụ bụ ife na-eme n'ụwa gbasara saịdị anyị kwa bụ anyị Igbo anyị. Ọ dị ka ndị Igbo anyị ka ya bụ dị alụ kacha njọ, mana ọ na-awụrụ si emechi aka na-akọwalị ndị mmadụ ife na-eme nri na onye ọbụla na jisi ntị a na-ama ife na-eme na-akwụsịkwa ife na-eme nri. So wezi ka m kele unu, okwu unu na-ekwu dị mma. Asị m Chukwu nọ ya alụ unu na ọrụ unu na-alụ. Daalụ na iwe.
There were Mazi. There were a caller on signal. You be the last caller. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on signal.
I can hear you watching at a good evening from there.
There were Mazi.
Thank you very much. I don't really know that you're not there. Mazi, your submission this evening was fine, and but before I go into that comment on the submission, let me say two things here. One is that there's a audio being played on our radio here. What happened between a caller of the Ekberima program last time. This caller also make a very distorting comment there, which is not quite correct. But I want to, on my own behalf, I want to plead to some people maybe who misunderstand those comments somehow. Is that their caller is a personal opinion. He made his own personal opinion. This person said that boy people are this, boy people are like that. They are doing this, they have to know who they can, not every boy people. So this clannism in our nature that sometimes a little small thing, we invoke it, it come out of us. We have to know how to curtail it. So this person called on program of Ekelima complaining about the boy people. Not in every part of Biafra land there is a criminality, there is a criminal, there all over the world, even in Italy here, there are people who are still here in Italy. So you can see somebody who steals. So it becomes in a country where a government are not in charge. Government are not in control of the people. So you imagine how it will be. That there's nothing, it's just police to catch you, just to, if they like, they shoot that person and kill him, not to take the person to court or whatever, or present an irrefutable evidence that this person steal or kidnap. Even police are involved in kidnapping, because the kidnappers, those that introduce kidnappers in Biafra land or in Nigeria as a whole, is, for me, is the police. If a policeman during before 2000 and 1989, 99, 2000, when they brought Operation Sweep and other things, police will stop you on the around each of them around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the evening or 7:30. They ask you to enter car, and they took you to their station and ask you to bail yourself. Is that not kidnapping? That they say it's belly, but they are asking me to give them money. It's a ransom. I pay the ransom, but I have not done anything. That is also kidnapping. So these are the people that begin to kidnap people, police. So a lot of things, factors contributed to what is happening. So not every boy people are as bad as that our brother emphasized it on that call he made to the Prima. Maybe you ask out of the anger of the way Prima behave. So he made him to make say the boy people are like this, that not every boy people. There's criminals there. There's also criminals in the east, and then the Imo or Anambra or wherever, but not every Ebony people. I want Ebony people to understand that this person says his own opinion, not to generalize it that every Biafra think as he think. Because in a small thing, they bring it to the air and say, this is, you see how they're going to rule themselves. This is how they are divided and a lot of things. They don't like the people or whatever. Please bury that thing in your mind and focus on what we are doing. And that's for number one. So this brother I called just now, he said about that we have politicians. I want to tell that our brother that since 1979 to the date, there's no a politician or a good person ruling in the East under military or civilian. Since 1979 to the date, these people in the governorship of in the East, go and check the record. They are 419ers. And this is what the Fulani are doing, trying to bring these people together to disorganize the East, make sure that nothing is built in the East. Now, so never you think that these people are politicians, they came to work for you. They came to, the only thing that angers me most is that our people doesn't see the handwriting on the wall. They don't understand. They don't understand because they are too ignorant about the political dispensation of the Nigerian way of life. They're too ignorant about it. You can see somebody out of hunger is and no matter the root cause of why he have not eaten, why is he hunger, where is being starved. And when you talk about Biafra, you can say no, forget. You think that just like what our leader was saying those days, telling us that when he was moving around telling our people about Biafra restoration, they say, is that governor governor we remain where we are, we don't move. So this is the thing, they can mentality of our people, even in Europe here. Some of them, when they talk to them, they say, let me systemize myself first before we go into the supporting Biafra. So look at you. But don't know the root cause of your suffering is because of you don't have a state. So that's number one. Thirdly, is that Yoruba people and the Fulani people are combined. They want to bankrupt the Igbos. According to what Kunle and other Damu said, they want to bankrupt the Igbos. But my fear now is that the kind of hunger that will come in East for the next, maybe the next, call it the next 5 to 6 years or 2-3 years to come. I don't think whether if we can survive that, then we can become a race again. Because these people that are destroying their businesses and other places in Lagos and other part of Nigeria, they are taking care of people in the East. They are paying house, they are paying bills and other things, school fees and everything to people. Imagine how many people that have finished their shop and they rendered them useless today. Either they come back home, some of them will become criminals, or they come back home, start begging, or they start off doing nothing. Their children will drop from school. If you have a child of 15 to 16 years drop from school, doing nothing again, he will join criminals. I don't know how we are going to do it. So everybody, because what is coming to face us now is bigger than what we are seeing now. It's bigger than what we are saying. So, Mazi, your submission tonight, you talk about the interest. Politics of the world is of interest. It's only an idiot doesn't know. Any reasonable person will know that the politics of the world is interest. Interest first. Without interest, nobody helps you. But the fact that our interests are not collective. Our individual interests can win. Any day we rise up and have a collective interest, because our people which are now, I built a village. There's a time electricity. Even when I'm here, somebody has called me that our electricity in my village has gone moribund. And when I said in 1980 something, I was very a little boy then. Those that grew up during that time in my village contributed money, house or insulators, they buy wire, buy poles and everything. They call the NEPA people, they come and fish light. Since till I think I was 90 something, we have electricity in my village. And it lasted about 6 to 8 years. Everything destroyed. So that system is a cake system. because that group of people that came that time was able to do such a then another group maybe will come. They cannot even organize themselves to do the same thing. So that is why they established system of government that you contribute a little money and pay your tax. The government took the money from there and repair things they're supposed to maintain. Our people still have this mentality that about a village, highest high general hall, and not town hall, about many and I maintain this. Any what house they go from this group can maintain all the pipes. Everything I got more bond. So this is the mentality of our people. We have to change this mentality in order to go forward. If we continue like this, we leave that archaic way of life. Now we talk village, we remain where we are. We cannot move forward. Mazi, thank you very much. Remember, I wrote you, but tomorrow I will write you again before we make call. Okay, thank you very much and good night.
There were Mazi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And this is where I'm going to stop picking calls, please. Biafrans and lovers of freedom. You know, the more we go in this journey, the more we have more experience. The journey to freedom has no formula. For your information, the journey, freedom fighting has no formula. It depends on the situation of the day, of the time. You have to adapt yourself and do your thing for that situation. That is how things are. But we must continue working hard in order to be united, to be as a people, to be in unison for our common interests. That is the only thing. Our people should remove this mercantile mentality of making money. Everything you convert it to cash, how much you are going to make, it is a very huge problem. Let us fight this once and for all. And remember that our focus is Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there in detention for you and I. For those that are saying that I've made the decision that, look, I will not do anything until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out. Now I will start supporting. Imagine Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out and he meets you. What have you done? He said, no, I stopped. And I didn't do nothing. I say, well, when you come out. So he will just salute you and say, you did well. Haven't you been that that servant that they gave money, go and hid it without making anything about it? We must think. Our destination is Biafra, and we accompany it both mental 360 degrees. We cannot afford to make mistakes of the old that fought for freedom without accompanying it with education and awakening. That is why we are doing what we are doing. So we continue touching everywhere, every facet of our lives, in order to open the eyes of our people, in order to open room for debates, very profitable, beneficial debates, so that superior arguments will rule. We bow to superior argument. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu taught us. We bow to superior argument. We don't shy away from debate. We ask questions and should ask questions on about everything. I say everything. You understand? So this is what we are engaging to. Therefore, we must continue in what we are doing. Tomorrow, Mazi Chinedu will be here on this hallowed platform for an interactive session and exposition. You have to be part of it. You have to be part of it. Biafra remains our ideology. Biafra remains our identity, our destination, our religion, everything to us. That is what Biafra means for us. Therefore, we can never afford to stop what we are doing. Never, never, ever afford. Because once we stop, we perish. I say it and I continue repeating it. If we stop, we perish. That is it. We have no back to go to. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi, Jonathan, Chinedu. From here, it is simply good evening.
Yeah, Biafra, yes. But I don't want Biafra of idiots. Azikiwe fought for independence. Jomo Kenyatta fought for independence. Kwame Nkrumah fought for independence. Arap Moi fought for independence. Nyerere fought for independence. Even right now, remember, I don't want to talk about Eduardo dos Santos of Angola. That's different. I want to talk about Nelson Mandela. He fought for independence. Are you telling me that South Africa you have today was what Mandela fought for? Are you telling me that Mandela died that black people will be hunting down other black people to kill? The answer is no. Why is that happening? Because the principal critical work that should have been done with the freedom fighting was not done. And what is that? Education. It's a secret. I've given it away now. You know, before we arrived at fighting for our freedom this way, I looked at the history of Africa. I looked at the history of every black freedom fighter, genuine. I looked at the history of their countries and respective territories and what happened when they got what they're looking for. Invariably, you'll be shocked. None of them made any progress. I repeat, none of them made any collective conscientious progress that you can look at and say, hey, I'm happy with this. None. Why? Because black people try to, or they are imitating, they want to imitate Europeans and white people. They think that by going to white people's school, by doing everything white people does, somehow they can effect lasting change in their lives, and the answer is no, you can't do it. Do you know why they cannot do it? There is a way that Caucasians think. It's working for them and I love it. Good luck to them. But you, as an African, you as a Biafran, if you want that piece of land to be developed, you need to think in a particular way. Not necessarily with the way the Caucasian does it. That is what we are doing, so that the legacy of Biafra will last. That Biafrans will not condone anybody. You will judge any fool who is in office and stealing money. They say don't judge anybody. So somebody can be a governor and steal people's salary and run away. Well, don't judge him as he's stealing your money. You come and say, oh God, but what are you doing? You say, oh, don't judge me that you will not be judged. It's in the book. It's just like a pastor telling you about tithe. Or touch not my hand. You are a criminal fake pastor. They are coming to arrest you. Say, oh, touch not my anointing. We want Biafra to be different. That is why we educate you. We impart knowledge the way we do. So you'll be able to hold your public officers to account. Nobody can come and bring any wishy-washy, superstitious mumbo jumbo. Tell you, oh, don't touch this. Nonsense. Everything is questionable. Everything, I say. Question everything. That is how you keep your public servants on their toes all the time. To do what you want. After all, the country belongs to you. It doesn't belong to them. Power belongs to the people, and in this Biafra we are building genuinely, power will belong to the people. How do you make them hold on to that power and discharge your responsibilities? By educating them, and that's what we're doing now. So sometimes it appears as if we are digressing. Oh, we are going towards religion. It is for a purpose. We know what we are doing. It is for a purpose. Or else you end up dumb. You won't know what they're doing. We don't want that rubbish. That's why we do things the way we do. After all, the basis of your ignorance as a black person is religion. Religion is why black Africans are dumb. By the time you come away from this bondage, my goodness, that is why we are the way we are. We are fast forwarding everything to make it quick, so that when we get Biafra, you won't mess it up. All of you with your general overseer, if you're in the Biafra army, telling me I should leave Yoruba pastors alone, if you know Yorubas don't want Biafra, is that correct? Yes, this man said, Kumiyi said he is praying for the zoo not to break up. Yes? And we're fighting for the zoo to break up. Now, if this pastor of yours, because as you're going now, you give your mom your phone number or your dad. Your dad goes to Yoruba church. They ask you that, oh, where is your son? My son is fighting with the army of Biafra. The pastor can say, give me his number. I want to call him. Yoruba will call your son at the battlefront. If your son did not receive this education now, or is of a weak disposition, he'll say, okay, yes, so my general overseer, Pastor Kumi, man of God, said I should not fight anymore, that Nigeria is better for me. Since my man of God has spoken, I have to do what the man of God said. Rubbish. Now you understand where we are doing now, or is of a weak disposition, he'll say, okay, yes, so my general overseer, Pastor Kumi, man of God, said I should not fight anymore, that Nigeria is better for me. Since my man of God has spoken, I have to do what the man of God said. Rubbish. Now you understand where we are doing now, or is of a weak disposition, he'll say, okay, yes, so my general overseer, Pastor Kumi, man of God, said I should not fight anymore, that Nigeria is better for me. Since my man of God has spoken, I have to do what the man of God said. Rubbish. Now you understand where we are doing
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct. Today is the 3rd day of December 2023. That abobo chiorie. Therefore, without taking any time, the long-awaited time has come. I will hand over the platform to the head of the Directorate of States of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Chika Odeziem, in order to address Biafrans and lovers of freedom that are listening from all over the world. Mazi, you are welcome. The platform is yours. Mazi, can you hear me, please? Mazi Chikedozium, can you hear me, please? Yes. Please, the platform is yours. Please go on. The whole world is listening.
Thank you, Mazi Jonathan. Good evening, great Biafrans. Good afternoon, good morning, and good night to all of you, depending on your time zone this very evening. And good evening as well to the friends and the supporters of the indigenous people of Biafra worldwide. My name is Mazi Chikedozium, and I come from Ihe-Oma. Ihe-Oma is in all the province of Biafra land. By the grace of Chukwu Kikabiyama from Ihe-Nine, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as the head of Directorate of State. I know that it's been a while that I addressed the Biafran people. It is a strategic
plan by the leadership, and the reason is bringing, as we had hoped, the positive results that we envisaged. But tonight, it is very imperative and very important that I address the Biafran people and, of course, address the world community. But before I go on, let me, from the deepest part of my heart, commend this great, wonderful family, the IPOB Worldwide family. I want to commend you exceedingly because you have shown that the freedom of the people of Biafra is a project that we cannot retreat or surrender from. You have exhibited, irrespective of the challenges that we have faced, you have exhibited a very, very serious commitment, dedication to this very cause. And our cause, as we all know, is a just cause.